Good morning, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Coffee Thoughts. So I'm joined today by my co-host, Ms. Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And I'm Terralina from California Cover-Ups, and we are the BizChicks. So we're here to talk today about the difference between freelancing and entrepreneurship. So let's dig a little deeper and find out what all of this is about. Hi, Fran. How you doing?
I am well. And you?
All is well. I've had a great morning. It's just beautiful here in California. I'm looking out on my patio, and I'm ready to go out there and just take something to it now.
Good. We want to say thank you and welcome everybody that's watching live and those who are watching the replay, those who are watching wherever you're watching, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Google Plus, Facebook. We welcome you. Thank you for tuning in. And this question comes because I was listening to a podcast by Seth Godin, and his podcast is called Akimbo, Akimbo. Okay. And on that podcast, it was called Freelancers. I thought, wow, and it was very profound. And he gave the definition of a freelancer and the definition of an entrepreneur. They are not one and the same.
And I did not know there was a real distinction.
Because when you hear people talk about entrepreneurship, you think, okay, somebody who is not working for somebody else. And you think, okay, that means me, the self-employed, the independent contractor, the boss, hey, I'm a boss. And you're hearing all of those, the gig economy and all of that, and you scoop it all under entrepreneurship.
Yeah, you do. You do. And I think it's because people are looking to change how they bring in income, as they move through the economy and as the economy changes, because you hear people talk all about how the digital economy is now a gig economy, etc.
Exactly. And all those terms are not one and the same. And that's what we are talking about. So I'm going to give you the definition of an entrepreneur. You need to find out where you fit, because once you understand how you work and you understand who you are, you can move forward more clearly.
Okay.
Because, okay, let's take cats and mice. If you know you're a mouse, there are certain places you're not going to go.
I love it. Okay.
If you're a cat, there are certain places that there's certain things that you can land on your feet. There are things that you can do once you know your nature, once you know how you are. Like fish swim. They don't walk on the beach breathing air. They need water to survive. Well, if you know that you're a fish and you're in the water, you know that you're not going to get out of the water and start, trying to hang out with the people.
The beach is not your thrive environment.
It is not.
Water is your thrive environment.
And you need to be in the water. You need to be where you can thrive. So knowing who you are and how you operate will help you thrive. There will be no, there's going to be challenges, but you won't be as hungry as you may be right now. Gaps between clients.
Okay. Now, I was looking at this whole entrepreneurship thing, and I found several characteristics that might indicate that you're an entrepreneur.
Okay, so let me give you this.
Yep.
Entrepreneurs get paid when they sleep. They create assets that build something bigger than themselves. They often use someone else's money to do that. They build something of value that they can sell. Their job is not to do their job. Their job is to invent jobs for other people.
Okay, let's see what I've got over here for. It says here, entrepreneurs use other people's money to build a business bigger than themselves so they can get paid when they sleep. I like that part.
And so, but we haven't we heard, well, you can just do what you want, lay back on the beach and money is making, but that's an entrepreneur. And you're going to need to use somebody else's money to do that.
It says entrepreneurs work hard to set up systems that make them money. It says, let's see, entrepreneurs depend on systems, automation, and eventually employees that work within their without their direct involvement.
Correct.
So in other words, if you got to be there, if I take myself out of the equation, does the business still work? That's how you determine if you're an entrepreneur. If I don't show up today, am I still gonna make money?
Okay. And a lot of people cannot say yes to that. Now, here is something I want to say. Are you a freelancer or an entrepreneur? That is the question. Okay, so I'm going to give you the definition of the freelancer, and then we're going to give you some encouragement. Okay, a freelancer gets paid when they work. They get paid for their craft. They get paid for showing up and creating magic.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So if you are a freelancer, what I will tell you is this, and you can listen to the podcast like I told you. If you are a freelancer, own it. Be okay with being a freelancer. You love baking those cookies. You love making the cover-ups. And for Lakeisha, who's watching us live, she loves making people beautiful. So that is all cool. Embrace that. Just take it on. Embrace it. If you're going to be a freelancer, own it, adore it, be proud of it. They are hiring you as the freelancer. Now, the problem comes in when the freelancer decides, okay, wait, now I need to grow this into an entrepreneur thing. Now you have to do what you were doing, plus you're going to have to hire some people. And when you start hiring people, they're not going to be quite as dedicated as you. They are not going to be as talented as you, as to what you're doing. And although they might be cheaper for you to have them do it, they're not going to do what you do.
Oh, the passion is not going to be there.
It's not going to be the same. When it goes from freelance to entrepreneurship, that is not going to be quite the same. And the outcome may not be what you want. Say, for instance, you're a photographer. And as a freelancer, I only do photography on the beach, this particular beach, and I do it on these days. And all my customer knows I'm Nancy on the beach.
Okay.
You are known as Nancy on the beach. You're not Nancy in the mall, like all of the other photographers. You're not at everybody's wedding or everything else. You are a niche. And you have a specific thing that you're doing, and you do it exceptionally well. And people can find Nancy on the beach. you're not doing everything or solving every problem, but there is one particular problem that you solve, and that is the one of those photos on the beach. Okay, so you need to be dedicated. So when there's a crunch time or the client is really important, and when it really needs to get done, you're going to go and do it yourself. Most of the time we're like, oh, nope, I need to take care of this one myself. And so now you're back into the freelance where, you know, entrepreneur, Uber might have started out, some of them might have started out driving for themselves. At some point, that's not going to keep working, right?
Because a lot of times you want to test your systems. You want to build your systems in a way that's user-friendly to your future employees,
yes,
and to future customers.
Correct.
So
you have to experience it.
Exactly. And you have to test it before you start hiring somebody, because then you can't have a discussion with them. You can't train them if you don't know how it works.
No. And a lot of companies, yes, it's cheaper you have to, okay, so what's happening now is people are going to the market. The market is open now, meaning people are going to, if I'm going to look for a photographer, I'm going to go online and find the best photographer. I'm not just going to go to any, Photographers Are Us and there's a list of them. I want the one who specializes in a particular thing that I need. Okay. Like with Lakeisha, she does Beauty by Lakeisha, right? Mm-hmm. I know that she's going to go far over and above than me just going to a regular Mary Kay lady.
I see.
Because yes. Lakeisha is going to tell me things and she's going to give me an experience that I cannot get.
Oh, like she was telling us about that mascara. Oh.
She's giving me things and helping me identify. So Lakeisha stands out from all of the other people that sell that product. There's a lot of people who sell that product, but there's only one Lakeisha who's giving me tips. Apologize for everybody who's watching this live. Apologize. YouTube is still going, and now I have to go back to Facebook. Okay, it's really weird.
So while you're doing that, I was explaining the 15 characteristics that might indicate that you're an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Okay, you take action. You're passionate about what you do and you actually take action on it. You may be a little insecure, but you can use that insecurity to build up your confidence to go forward and do what you need to do. You may be labeled a troublemaker because you're always looking for a different aspect of how to get things done. They're like, well, we've been doing it this way for years. We just want to run a taxi business. What is all this foolishness about not even owning a fleet? How you going to have a taxi business without a fleet? Right? So, they kick you out the meeting because you're not only out of the box, you are out of the building. Okay? Insecure can be used to drive you to your goals. So you might be crafty. You might have a MacGyver spirit. Ooh, I think I want to turn this way. And I can repurpose this for this. Taking what you have, the resources that you have, and using it to build a system. You are obsessed with cash flow. You're concerned about the fact that it needs to make money. Okay? So you're looking at the numbers all the time. You're the kind of person who asks for forgiveness. Start doing stuff and trying things out. You're fearless. You take the risk. You look at risk as potential, not danger. Yeah, but what if it works out and this happens and that happens? And you know what I mean? You can't sit still. You're constantly working at that thing. It just excites you. When everybody goes home, you're still like, oh, but what about this? And what if I push this button? Okay, you're flexible, and you enjoy navel gazing. You enjoy daydreaming. You talk about this all the time, Francie. Entrepreneurs are always allowing time to just imagine.
So, how many?
Let that creativity flow.
Yes.
She's giving me things and helping. Okay. Got us. Okay. So you're motivated by challenges. You don't see those as adverse. You see them as opportunities to look at it, turn it upside down, or flip it sideways, or something to take another perspective of things. And you're often considered an outsider. Sometimes we get so lonely as entrepreneurs and business people because we don't have anybody who really understands us. Like, why are you doing that, girl? You still doing that? Why? Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later. Like, what? Okay. You find the success fulfills your needs. When something works out, you really do savor that success. It feels really good, and it feels personal. And if you're an entrepreneur, you surround yourself with successful advisors. Hello. And you work hard and play hard.
Okay. But I still want to get a little deeper in that because that's a very broad overview. Broad overview. But okay, so I'm gonna go back to my definition that I got over here because I was like, OMG, not everybody is an entrepreneur. Those things are also some of the characteristics you'll find in a freelancer.
Okay.
But the entrepreneur is the one who get paid when they sleep. So you need to check. Do you get paid while you're sleeping? Only you can answer that. They create assets. They build something bigger than themselves. Only you all can check. This is your own self-check right now. They often use someone else's money to do this. They build something of value that they can sell. Build and sell. Okay. Then their job is not to do their job. Their job is to invent jobs for other people. Like Terry said earlier, if you leave and the business will go down or not exist, then you are not an entrepreneur. You are a freelancer, independent contractor, your own boss, self-employed, whatever you want to call all those things, but you're not an entrepreneur, which is not a bad thing. Celebrate your freelanceivness and be okay with it, because it's okay. The whole world is made up of the freelancer, the one mom and pop shop type things, where you go to Mr. McGregor's store to buy your groceries, or they deliver the groceries to you. And it's not on a big, massive scale yet. They may not even have employees. They're just there working hard to make sure that you get what you need. Mm-hmm. You can go there and get milk, the corner store. And if the corner store is closed that day, you're like, what's wrong? Because the corner store closed. They may not have employees. The blacksmith may not have had employees, but he was shoeing them horses, right? You went, it was an open market. You went to people who did individual things. You didn't go to the blacksmith store. Now, blacksmith, after blacksmith came the automobile, right? Because the cars came in. Then it was just one auto repair place that you went to, because that's where you can go to get your car fixed. Then when they started one garage, then when they started branching out and becoming bigger, where there were all over the city and all over the state and all of that, it's hard to kind of, we're going to go here. It's hard to kind of keep that same passion that you got with that one garage when you got several hundred. Let's ask Starbucks about that. You have a code of conduct that you, the person who started it, believe in, the culture that you set up. But once you begin to get bigger and become an entrepreneur and have a large corporation, a large corporation, company, or whatever, that becomes a little bit difficult to send that same passion and compassion down the line. You now have to try and figure out how to get that same passion and compassion that you have for your customer, or anybody that's coming to buy your coffee, or buy those shoes, or get their car fixed, or get their phone fixed, or whatever, to have that same thing go down. That's different. As a freelancer, you can do that very easily.
So what you get concerned about as an entrepreneur is duplicating yourself too, in a uniform way. So if I walk into this establishment to get coffee, I'm going to get the same recipe that I get over here, I'm going to get the same customer service, same attitude.
Are you going to get it? That's what you want to happen.
Well, this is why a lot of businesses have secret shoppers that go in to evaluate their businesses to make sure that they are still on track with what the company is trying to present to the public, and that their reputation stays intact.
And we're not saying you don't want to be an entrepreneur. We're not saying you don't want to be a freelancer. We're just trying to tell you, we're saying, find out who you are. Who are you really? Do you want all of that comes with being a large company and all of the employees and all of the things that go on for you to go to sleep and make money? Do you want
to really go to sleep at night without a battery of lawyers? But
do you want all of that to go on? I mean, if you want that, that's fine, but you need to understand that's what you want. Or do you I just like taking photos on the beach on my time, and I have enough customers I have enough customers that takes care of and sustains my business, because that's the other part of this. If you're going to be a freelancer, you're going to do it well. And here's a couple of things that you need to do. One, pick an industry where you are welcome. That means you're going to need to do some homework and find out where are your best customers. And we keep talking about this, knowing your DNA, knowing who you are, who you serve, and all of that, and the people who get you, you're going to still need to do that. 2, you have to get out of the mindset that you need to please a maximum number of people, or that you need to get the largest possible market. You're going to have to get out of that mindset. In order for you to win, you don't have to do that. You don't need that much work. You need just enough work, right? You need a certain amount of people to buy cover-ups every month. You don't need everybody in the world to buy one. The goal is to choose the smallest viable market. And TJ talked about this before over on her, on Tuesday, one Tuesday she was with us. The goal is to choose the smallest viable market, not the biggest market. The smallest market that can sustain you long enough to keep you going. So you have to figure out, okay, if I have 6 clients in California for me to do my tax business or whatever, and those 6 people keep me going, I'm good. I don't need to have a whole, 6,000 people. No, I got 6,000 people I'm doing taxes for. Okay, one, where are you going to find the time if you are a single tax preparer? If you're H&R Block, then you can have 6,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are the best tax lady ever, in order for you to be the best tax lady ever, you're not going to be able to service 6,000 people
with an army of one.
No. As a freelancer, your work is unique. As a freelancer, you are in demand because he mentioned the name of a guy that did a book cover, and I don't have his name written down. He said, but you want him to design your book cover. There are a lot of people who can design book covers, but this is a so-and-so designed book cover. That's different than somebody designed book cover. This is the guy for designing book covers.
Yeah, I think I heard that. Was that in Crushing It?
No, this wasn't in Crushing It. This was still on the podcast I was listening to. Okay. But there are certain people, you want to be known as the person, the category of one, not one of many. You want to be the one that I go to. I want to go to California cover-ups for my cover-ups. That's where I want to go, not to everybody else. I want to go to California. What did that lady tell you that we met back in March? That from now on she is buying from you.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
because your things are unique. You source your products from another country, and you take time to go hand select them and to have them imported. Then you sit and handcraft them, and there are no 2 that are exactly alike.
Yeah.
I can't get that going to another manufacturer.
Mm.
So it's okay to be a freelancer. And another word for freelancer is a gig economist, your own boss, what is it called? Your own boss,
independent
contractor, what have you. Have your own
business.
Yeah. Now you are still going to need, you're going to need to develop the discipline of prospecting. Your business is the act of getting more work. Your business is the act of getting more work, which means you're going to have to commit to the discipline of allocating time every day to hone your skills, 1, to find new tools, 2, to spread the word, 3. That means marketing. How are you going to tell people about what you do? How are you going to prospect to get new clients? That means Okay, what happens in real estate is that we have a sale, right? So somebody calls me, they want to buy a house. Fine. Mm-hmm. So while I'm doing that, I still need to be calling people to find out if they want to sell a house, buy a house. I still have to be talking to other people while I am working on this transaction. If I do not, I will not have another transaction lined up. It's called putting people in a pipeline.
Mm. Okay.
You have to set it up so that the pipeline is always full, which means my job is not just to sell that one house at the beach. I still have to be talking to other people about, hey, is there any questions I can answer for you about real estate, or if you need help selling a house, or when you're ready to buy a house or something, let me know. Or the people that I've worked with, they tell their friends to, oh, you need to call Fran. There's no, hey, you need to work with Fran. And they call me, and then I have to be responsive enough to take care of them while I am still doing the work. I'm working, but I'm still prospecting. I am still talking to people about what I do, because there's going to need to be more coming down. And most businesses are like that, but they don't see that like that. Mm-hmm. So after you sell the cover up, you need to sell another one. Right? Create and sell the cover up. You can't just, okay, I made a cover up this week and I'm done. There is the commitment to prospecting is a part of everybody's business. As a freelancer, you have got to talk to people. You have to hone those skills. And the skills that he was referring to, he didn't say just the skills of how to sew and, put the seam together. There's a skill of how to keep your client that is panicking calm. How do you calm down a client that's panicking and freaking out? Or how do you maintain maintain yourself when the situation around you could have you freaking out if you let it? Those are skills that are learned. Mm. It's not something you're going to just do. You have to learn how to manage that skill. Do you have the best tools to work with? We talk about this a lot too. You can't have some raggedy tools and expect to do good business. Mm-hmm. Your phone service.
The more excellent the tools, the more, what do they call that? The more expert the athlete. Mm-hmm. Difference between professionals and amateurs are their tools.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So when the athlete has on those couple $100 pair of shoes that they wear for one game, there's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm. Custom made shoe, particular clubs. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Gloves,
tennis racket,
hats, whatever. They get the best so that they can be their best.
And they're custom fitted in most cases.
Yes.
Custom developed, waited for them, that kind of stuff is going on.
And it cuts down time. It saves them time, saves them effort and energy. Oh, it's like having a saw, or is it an axe that's not sharp?
Yeah.
Somebody said, when is the best time to sharpen an axe?
How about before you need it?
And now you're out there trying to cut it down, and it's like, I have a knife that I don't know, I had it, my son had it or something. I went to cut something with that knife. I was like, this knife is useless. I'm talking about wouldn't even cut down, and you couldn't even cut better. You couldn't even poke. I was like, oh no, see. So now I have to figure out, I gotta sharpen
a stone. Yes.
I gotta sharpen it. Are your skills dull? for the industry that you're in.
Okay.
Now, I found out, this is a good conversation for me for this freelancer versus entrepreneur in the sense of real estate, because I could be like real big, like the big box real estate stores, but that's not how I operate. I operate on a more boutique level, which is more freelance, which means I deal with my customers one-to-one. And I'm cool with that, because a lot of times there are a lot of coaches and stuff. Well, you can make 500,000 or 500 million a year like this company. But in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to take on a lot more responsibilities of other people and da 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 da. Okay, that's nice. Do I want to do that? Is that my makeup? Can I do that? And you need to find out how you work. Some people say that, I want to be my own boss, but what did you tell me about setting your schedule, Terry? He was like,
Oh my gosh. Once you become your own boss, you don't feel as committed to the schedule because you're not reporting in every day.
When you should. Because it's your company.
You're committed. Because this is about you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the outcomes benefit you. But for some reason, you feel free to just be free. So now you got to reprogram yourself that freedom isn't free.
Oh, there's a cost of freedom.
Absolutely. And we know that. And with freedom comes responsibility.
Mm-hmm. To earn the privileges of being seen as the person who does what you do, in order to earn that privilege, you have to become a category of one. You have to be the one. You remember, I don't know if anybody who's watched the Matrix, he was the one, but he didn't see himself as the one. So therefore, nobody got the benefit of what he could do, because he didn't see himself as the one until later on in the movie. Then when he woke up and said, you know what, hold on a minute, I am the one. Now the rest of the world was going to be helped because he woke up and understood and accepted his identity. So be the category of one. And there is a price that's got to be paid, and it's doing exceptional work, unique work, work that looks and sounds like you. It's work, it's doing what most people may not like. Okay, the work that you do, somebody else may not like it, and you have to be okay with that. They may not get you, and that's okay. Well, then I really don't think I'm talking to you, but okay.
And I think sometimes when we are operating on an individual level, we get offended. And I've seen people shut down their businesses because one person didn't like what they did. Like, oh, I'm so upset. I'm just gonna quit.
And didn't we talk about this when Robin brought to our attention the 4 agreements, and one of the agreements, number 2, was don't take it personal?
Yes.
You cannot afford to take anything personal as a freelancer. You can't afford to get in a huff and it's like, well, I'm just not going to talk with you today. Okay, that's not going to be good in the long run, nor the short run. And the reason why we're talking to some of about this subject today is because a lot of the people that we are working with are actually freelancers. And we needed to understand that we're freelancers and be okay with that. We don't have to be huge unless you just want to be huge.
Yeah, you don't have to be creating the next Amazon or Walmart or Uber or,
We
maybe.
need the unique you. Whatever that product or that service you're offering, we need you in the marketplace. I'm telling you, going to the corner store or being able to talk to, you know how you talk to the people, the local fabric supplier, they know you by name.
Yeah, they do.
You can't do that going into some other place and trying to work something out.
Joann's. I can't walk in Joann's and work something out with them.
But the other guys that are freelancers and have their one little shop where, a lot of people that are freelancers have those hole in the wall restaurants with the best tasting food because it's a hole in the wall.
And then they relocate. They get a new kitchen, the pots and pans, and so all that seasoning that is taking place over here is just tossed out because they want everything new, and it doesn't taste the same. They got to get additional staff. So the intimacy of the staff and the uniqueness of the cook is out the window because they got all these new cuisine geniuses coming in. and of course, they have ideas. Well, we should stop serving the regular stuff. Why is it still on the menu? Because people come here for that.
Exactly. Or they add so many things to the menu, and now you're confused and your mind is going around and around, and you're like, okay.
And the restaurant has to stock all that stuff.
Yeah.
So now your overhead has changed.
And, and sometimes bigger is not better. I'm just saying, bigger sometimes we just need to be okay where we are. Now, if you want to grow big, we're telling you, you can still grow big, but start where you are now, get the disciplines together where you are now, and then build upon those type of things. Do the exceptional work. Okay, so to recap, pick an industry that's glad to see you when you arrive. Focus on the smallest viable market. Focus on the smallest valuable market. Have the tools and skills that you need. Tools must be invested in. I'm going to say this again. Well, I don't want to pay that for that. Okay, you need to make the investment in that tool if it's going to help you in your business. Because a cheap tool, I will not want somebody that needed to do surgery go pick up some tools that they have found at the thrift store. Sorry. We want the best tools that you can have. And your skills must always be improved upon. So you should be reading and honing your skills and figuring out how you're going to do whatever it is that you do. Do you know your industry so well that you can tell us, like Lakeisha, I'm going to keep using her for today. Lakeisha brought us our information to us about, don't go to bed with mascara on. What? How long have you been wearing mascara? Nobody has ever said that.
That it can create different issues.
Well, but she brought that to our attention, and I'm like, okay, I need to listen to Lakeisha. And okay. Lakeisha, I'm charging you. You need to put out a blog on beauty tips or something, either on your Facebook page or on Instagram, the tip of the day or the tip of the week or something. But give us information. I keep telling my hairdresser this too. Give me information on how to maintain my style, how to do this, the how-tos coming straight from you. Mm-hmm. I'll trust it coming from you. I'm not going to trust it coming from just everybody.
What we forget, that people have trust in us. And we're like, well, I don't have 10,000 followers. I only have 2 followers, whatever. But those 2 people trust us, and we appreciate them because it's a small circle and unique relationship.
Yep. And they'll tell other people about you, and it'll grow organically. Not, you don't want to grow like a rocket ship and then and you're back down again. Let's grow that organically. God is only going to give you as much as you can handle. He's not going to overwhelm you. And a lot of times we think bigger is better, and we think more is better, and not necessarily so. Sometimes less is more.
Mm-hmm.
And small is the new big, especially when it comes to taking care of your clients. Have you ever gone into a beauty salon and they got your stylist has gotten so many people that you're in a rotation and you're in 4 hours for a 20-minute
process?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because they are trying to do it all themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Or they booked everybody up on one day, or they're trying to be big really fast and not good. My stylist doesn't do that, by the way. But you want them to have the care and the concern, and you want to feel the warm and the fuzzy when you go in.
And you want to have adequate staff to keep your level of service superior, because that's what people have been paying for.
Correct. Like when they walked in the Cheers and Norm came in, everybody's like, Norm. Okay, that's the kind of atmosphere you want your clients to have. They want to know you. Mm-hmm. Will you still have that same interaction if you're bigger? Do you want to be Amazon? Do you want to be Facebook?
Well, do you want to be the stylist that just sort of breezes by the chair and says, oh, see, she's really doing you well. When I came here to be styled by you, and now you got your assistant and 4 other ladies doing everything, you're just going from chair to chair. How you doing today, girl?
See,
because I'm paying for you.
Yes, I want Dakista. Dakista has on his arm, tattooed on his arm, with these hands I create. I was like, I want you. I don't want the assistant. I don't want the assistant.
Scaling. But because you hear a lot of talk nowadays about scaling up.
Should you scale up?
Well, where are you going to get the customers from? Because you're going to lose some customers who wanted that personal touch.
Correct. Again, we're not telling you not to scale up. If that is your end game, go for it. But we don't want you to feel like you're not doing it if that is not your end game. Still,
and to celebrate where you are.
Yes, celebrate your uniqueness. Celebrate how unique you are.
I don't think we do that enough. I really don't. I don't think we really understand that we do bring some unique gifts and talents to the marketplace, no matter what the product is. And the gift and talent is us as an individual.
Yes.
Because people are connecting with you as an individual.
Correct. Not because I tell people all the time, I don't go, if I go back to a particular store, I'm looking for the person that helped me at that store. Where's Melody? There's a lot of North American titles, but I want Melanie. I can call North American title all over the country, I believe, but that's not Melanie. There are several. Are they going to call your name when they think of a particular industry? Do they think of you? When I think of cover-ups, I think of California cover-ups, and I think of Terry.
And we want to do that. We want the service to be so unique and so personalized that people want to come back for more.
Yep. Yes. We want you.
I received that. Yeah.
And we're talking to all of you. We want you.
Want you guys to know that what you bring to the marketplace is so unique. It can't be duplicated, even if you're selling something that several thousand people are selling. The reason why they call you is because they have connected with you. I call my Avon lady because of who she is. I could go online and get Avon all day long.
Mm-hmm.
But I like her. I want to support her. I enjoy doing business with her. She, we have conversations. So we have connected. And so because I don't even do a lot of Avon. But when I see her, I think, oh, my Avon lady's here. Let me order something. You know what I mean? Or my Mary Kay lady's here. Let me see what she got. What you got there, girl? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So conversation ensues.
You like doing business with people you know.
Based on relationships. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is why it is so essential for you to build relationships. I was talking with someone, they were, I want to get this out and I want to get them. I'm like, well, who are you talking to right now?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a base of people that you can send this to? How many connections have you made? How many people know who you are? Do they know what you do and are interested in what you do? Oh, this is called social media. And if you're not building relationships on social media, it's going to be very difficult for you to talk about your product or get your product or your service in front of someone because they don't know who you are. They get to know who you are, not because you're saying, hey, buy me, but because you're answering a question about an industry. I'm following this little dude that how to use your iPhone to take photos. And I was like, oh. And he walked you through stuff and showed you a little video on how to use the iPhone. Well, I'm following him. I don't know him, but I'm following him because he has some really good tips on how to use my iPhone to take pictures.
And evidently his technique is suitable for how you learn.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because
yes.
There's probably a lot of people out there doing videos on whatever people. I just want to encourage you. You think, oh, everybody's doing a video on that. I need to show people how to put on mascara. No, we want you to show us how to put it on because we trust you.
And I want you to take your time and show me the correct way to put it on. How do I, which mascara do I buy? That's the other thing. There are so many mascaras. Which one do I really need? I need, okay, if your lashes are like this, then this is probably your best bet. Tell me that.
Show me the different ones and tell me what works with my eyelash. I'm sure there's a science to all of this, but I don't know.
And I'm not going out there to find that. How do I put on eyeliner?
What's the difference between dark brown and black, and when should you choose between the two? You know what I mean?
There are things that we are asking. Inquiring minds want to know. They're just things that that you can help in your industry. Answer the questions for people. Answer questions, questions that you might even have that you can share with your viewers, watchers, listeners, what have you, that they would like, oh, that was good. So that the next time they think about getting something, they're thinking about you. Because you answered a question. They may not buy it today, but they are definitely got you on radar. Oh, that answered my question.
Interesting.
I was watching something yesterday on TV, Love Boat or something, it was really old. And this lady had on something that crisscrossed. It went like this and around back this way.
Halter,
halter, but it also had something else going on with it. It was a pants thing, like a jumpsuit, went around like this. And I was like, I wonder if you can take a cover up. If it had the right amount of slits somewhere, you can take the cover up and wrap it.
Tie it.
as a halter. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to play with that. But it was nice. But when I thought about it, I thought about you and how I could take one of my cover-ups and make now a nice summer top.
Because you know it's very flexible.
Correct. But if you have a video showing the different ways of wearing a California cover-up, this is an angel cut. This is a classic kimono. This is a
poncho style.
Yeah. So you can tell those type of things. And now I'm educated. So when I go to the beach or to the resort, or either if I'm even in the wintertime with the Sherpa, there's different ways that I could wear that and be confident in what I'm doing or where I'm going. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that.
Yeah, and I think that just like we're talking to Lakeisha, we tend to take the things we know for granted. That other people don't want to know those little details.
We do.
They do.
I want to know the story. We all want to know the story of how it came about and why we are doing. How did you get started in this business? Like with Maureen, who's one of our clients, and how we heard her story of why she got started on being in fitness. I was like, we're going to have her come on and talk to us on a Thursday. How she got into being health conscious. It was fascinating and eye-opening. And I'm like, man, did not know that.
Coach, we all have a story, don't we?
Yes, and we should be telling that story. So as we are getting close to the top of the hour, we want to remind you that this is First Monday. And if you are in the Sacramento area, we invite you out to our First Monday meetup. We're going to have Sac Cultural Hub has sponsored our meetup this Monday. And there's a couple coming that is going to be talking to us about health and fitness. And you really, really want to be here for that. We meet at Seasons 50 in the Art Fair Mall at 5:00 p.m. And I think you'll like it.
I'm going to, Francie, repeat that because right in the middle of the sentence you broke up.
Okay. I am.
The location.
Oh, Seasons 52 on Art Fair Mall. And I was trying to look this up because she just sent me she sent the details of who's coming. Okay, tonight, Getting Active, Health and Fitness Tips for Women, presented by Sisters Saving Sisters with the BizChicks. And the husband and wife team of, personal trainer and owners of Got Muscle Health Club, Carl and Aisha Fears, will be with us this evening talking about Get Active. The food is fabulous over there. You will love that. It is fresh. We're in the spring season, so that they have spring menus, and it's all things that's going to be healthy for you too over at Seasons 52. We meet at 5:00. If you need more details, please inbox us, or if you're watching this, just Google Seasons 52 Sacramento and just come on by, or you can go to firstmonday.com and sign up there as well. But we would love to have you join us. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook, like us on Twitter. You can find us, just look for the BizChicks, look for the young lady with a teeny afro and the smile. You know that you're in the right place. Terry, is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
I just want to remind everybody, don't forget to go to the front of your own line. It's so important to your health and so important to who you are in the marketplace. You need to be healthy and happy.
Yes. For those of you watching live, and for those of you who are watching this replay, thank you. Thank you for the viewers over on YouTube. And we will post this over on Facebook again. There was some technical difficulties today, but we recovered them all. And we're back. So we will see you again. Check out the podcast over on iTunes. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. And Terry already said, go to the front of your own mind. Thank you.
Yeah.